Good evening, Stevens Point. I'm Brenton Kniess. This week in SPTV News, a shooting in Plover. Donald Trump's second impeachment trial begins, and Kyle Rittenhouse's bail remains the same. All this and more when we return. Early on Monday this week, a shooting broke out near Wisconsin Avenue. One man, 28-year-old Zachary Deo, died of his injuries, and all four people were involved in the altercation. The three, besides Deo, were taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation and treatment of injuries. Police have yet to release further details, but say it was an isolated incident. Plover Police Chief Dan Alt said on Tuesday that Deo was, quote, not a guest at the residence at the location of the shooting, end quote. The U.S. Senate is in the midst of its second trial of former President Donald Trump. Trump is charged with incitement of insurrection over the Capitol riot on January 6. The prosecution's final day of oral arguments was on Thursday, and the defense began making their case today. CNN's Lauren Fox has more.
Former President Donald Trump's defense team will have their turn today to explain why they believe he is not responsible for the deadly insurrection at the Capitol. And despite having 16 hours over the next 2 days to present their case, Trump's lawyers could make their defense as short as 3 hours. That's according to a source close to the former president's legal team.
There's no reason for us to be out there a long time. As I said from the start of this thing, this trial never should have happened.
They will use their time attempting to show no connection between Trump and the January 6th insurrection. And video examples they say demonstrate Democratic leaders using what they call similar language to the former president. One possible clip is of Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer speaking outside the Supreme Court last March, the source close to Trump's team says.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
The argument despite no violence happening after Schumer's speech, like it did following Trump's rally on January 6th. The former president's lawyers also meeting with 3 Republican senators Thursday night. Even with their roles as jurors, Texas Senator Ted Cruz says they discussed Trump's defense strategy.
I urged the Trump defense lawyers is focus on the point I just made, which is that the legal standard in all 16 hours of the House manager's presentation, they spent only about 15 minutes on the legal standard for incitement, and they created this brand new standard that's found in no criminal code.
One Democrat calling the efforts by the group of GOP senators desperate.
They're worried, and they should be. In these 2 days, the House managers have put together a powerful case against this president.
In their final arguments, the House impeachment managers urging senators to hold Trump accountable.
We humbly ask you to convict President Trump for the crime for which he is overwhelmingly guilty of. If we let it go unanswered, who's to say it won't happen again?
Focusing on how many rioters they say were following the former president's direction that day.
Donald Trump had sent them there. They truly believed that the whole intrusion was at the president's orders, and we know that because they said so.
I thought I was following my president. I thought I was following what we were called to do.
Their presentation including a timeline showing how Trump embraced violence even before becoming president, and examples of how Trump showed no remorse after the attack.
My speech and my words and my final paragraph, my final sentence, and everybody to the T thought it was totally appropriate.
He knew the people that died. And his message to all of us was that his conduct was totally appropriate.
The House prosecutors sending this warning, saying an acquittal for Trump is a dangerous risk.
President Trump declared his conduct totally appropriate. So, if he gets back into office and it happens again, we'll have no one to blame but ourselves.
Tune into SPTV next week for more updates on the impeachment process. A judge has denied a request by the Kenosha County District Attorney's Office to raise the bail for Kyle Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse failed to notify the court when his address changed, so the district attorney requested the bail be raised by $200,000. Rittenhouse's lawyers argued that he had moved and not notified the court out of his concern for his own safety. Rittenhouse is accused of killing 2 people in the protests over the shooting of Jacob Blake last year. That's all the news stories we have for you this week. After the break, Ryan Kreft will give us an update in the world of entertainment on and offline.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Hey Pointers, I'm Ryan Kreft. This week in SPTV Entertainment, the documentary Framing Britney Spears was released last week and already has many people talking about it. The film revolves around Spears and her rise to fame, as well as the conservatorship she's lived under since 2008. Since 2008, many of the personal and financial decisions in Spears' life have been made by her father and conservator, Jamie Spears. The documentary is helping in part to propagate the Free Britney movement, a fan-driven movement that aims to release Spears from her court-ordered conservatorship. The effort seems to be having an effect. On Thursday, a judge denied Jamie's objections to the conservatorship changes requested by Spears' lawyer. No official changes have yet been made to the conservatorship. Framing Britney Spears is available to stream on Hulu or on the FX channel. February is Black History Month. To help educate the community, a UWSP professor will be holding a talk on slavery and the Civil War. Dr. Brett Barker, a history professor from UWSP at Wausau, will be giving a talk entitled Why Slavery Caused the Civil War and Why That Matters. The talk will be live streamed over the UWSP at Wausau Lecture and Arts YouTube channel. The talk will begin at 7 o'clock on February 16th, and a short Q&A will follow afterward. Sick of being stuck inside due to the polar vortex? With warmer weather comes the opportunity to have some fun outside. The Bill Cook chapter of the Isaac Walton League and Northwood Pedal and Paddle are partnering to put together a candlelit snowshoe hike. The hike runs from 6 to 9 on February 20th. The cost is $15 or $20 if you need to rent a pair of snowshoes. Concessions and a warming house will be available. The hike takes place at the Isaac Walton League Lodge in Stevens Point. To register, head to gonorthwood.com/book-online. And that's all I have for you tonight in SPTV Entertainment. For more, check out our entertainment shows, What's the Point? And You Got Game, hosted by yours truly. Next up, I'll pass it off to Sam Davisson with SPTV Sports.
Quiet on set. We'll be back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take Ben.
Live at SPTV, mic check, audio check, news director's adjusting the sound, teleprompter running smoothly. Floor director, alert! Cameras are rolling, bring in the talent. Where's the makeup artist? Anchors ready for the news. Are you ready to join SPTV? That's a wrap. Lights out.
Hello and welcome back to the sports edition of SPTV News. I'm Sam Davisson. Let's get right into it. The Pointers are back in action as they continue their shortened COVID-19 season. On Wednesday, we saw 4 sports going at it, and there were 2 victorious teams, those being the men's hockey team with a 1-0 win over UW River Falls, and the ladies basketball team as they won 74-69 over UW Platteville. The ladies hockey team lost 4-1 against UW River Falls as the men's basketball team fell 72-70 against UW Platteville at home. All the teams are back in action tonight, just switching locations. And we want to let you know that the women's game will be streamed live on the SPTV YouTube channel, and so will other sports every Wednesday and Friday. Moving into professional sports, the Bucks' 5-game win streak ended against the Phoenix Suns the other night as they fell by 1 point after Giannis posted a 43-point night but was unable to hit the game-winning shot. They look to continue their season and finish off strong. On a final note, the Daytona 500 is this Sunday, with the flag drop at 1:30 p.m. or 2:30 Eastern Time. Denny Hamlin looks to catch his third Daytona 500 victory, and Alex Bowman starts on the pool with the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports. It should be a good race. That's all there is for sports this week. Make sure to tune in to our live sports every Wednesday and Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock, as our sports producer, Jackson Jerick, will be covering all of the games this month of February. For more sports, check out our Sports Hub, where we take a closer look at the current seasons. Once again, I'm Sam Davisson. Stay safe and stay healthy, Pointers, and as always, roll Dogs.
Thanks, everyone. That's all we have for you this week on SPTV News. Until next time, Stevens Point, stay safe and have a great night.